It's the Ozark Jubilee, starring Red Foley. Presented by Charles Antell, makers of Formula 9, shampoo with super lanolin, and hairspray that keeps your hair in place all day long with a natural look. Charles Antell hairspray with fabulous PVP starts with purse size at 59 cents. And now here is Mr. Country Music himself, Red Foley!
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back of stone. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I headed for the mine. Loaded 16 ton, a number 9 coal. The straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. And what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble is my middle name. I was raised in a canebrake by an old mama line. Can't no high-tone woman make me walk the line. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, and a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. The right one don't get you where the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I owe my soul to the company store. Boy, there he is, one of the songs you really sink your teeth in there. That, of course, is a song written by Merle Travis a few years ago about the mining part of the country where he was born and raised. And incidentally, old Tennessee Ernie is just doing wonderful with that. That's kind of set music, that is the music world right now, on fire, I want you to know. We got about 16 tons of entertainment for you on this half hour with such folks as Uncle Sipe, Brasfield, Porter Wagoner, the Jubilee Promenaders, Jim Edward, Maxine Brown, Sonny James, and a special guest, Miss Betty Johnson, and a good friend of mine who is known far and wide as the Dean of Hollywood makeup artists, Mr. Ern Westmore right here. Ern, come in the house. Being out there in Hollywood, I know that you have had the pleasure of meeting many, many stars and prettying them up. And some of the people that came down here with you tell me you have a lot of nanny goats about those.
You mean antidotes?
Antidotes, I'm sorry, antidotes. About some of the movie stars. Oh, I can't think of, say Katharine Hepburn or Joan Crawford, and how could you forget Marilyn Monroe? Huh?
Well, nobody can forget her, Red, but let's take Katie Hepburn as an illustration. I'll never forget the very first time that I met her. It was her very first picture, Bill of Divorcement, to be exact. Now, everybody pictures her and knows her as a glamorous, outstanding gal, but
Absolutely.
I met her as a little gal with her hair skinned up on the top of her head with a rubber band in blue jeans. And she was a gal who never used a staircase to get up to my department. She came up the fire escape each time. And I think her closest friend and pal at that time was a pet she had, a great long-legged monkey that hung around with her all the time.
Just rode her around.
This was the Katie Hepburn that I know.
What about it? And then, of course, that's where you came in.
And this is where I go out.
Made a
See you
beautiful
later.
lady out of her. Okay.
Thank you, Red. Bye.
You folks, thank you. You ladies be sure to stick around because Ern's going to visit with us again a little later on. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we lived up something wonderful just lived up a storm down here with that great lady, Fran Allison of Don McNeil's Breakfast Club. And if you were with us earlier, why, you know that we have another Breakfast Club star with us tonight, Miss Betty Johnson. She's having a turn right now at the microhorn and a song called Learning to Love. Betty?
From now on, it won't be the same as it was in the past, but I'm glad growing up's kind of sad. Learning to love is nice with a teacher like you. I'm getting a new point of view. I'm learning to love. A chilly feeling whenever I speak your name. And I didn't know that so much feeling could ever be found in a game. I'm learning to love. Be kind to me, please take it slow. For this is the first time we know I'm learning to love. A new kind of thrill, a chilly feeling whenever I speak your name. And I didn't know that so much feeling could ever be found in a game. I'm learning to love. Be kind to me, please take it slow. For this is the first time you know I'm learning to love.
Powerful lot of voice there. You know, that young lady, by the way, is no newcomer to this thing called country music because I've known her for a long time. She is one of the youngsters from a famous group down around Charlotte, North Carolina, and she's always loved and stuck close to her family, the Johnson Family Singers, one of the greatest of the sacred singers. Well, it's time now to call out that lovable old gentleman who looks like he might have stepped right out of the pages of the old family album. And, of course, we're speaking of none other than Uncle Sipe Brasfield.
Mr. Foley.
What, Louie?
Thank you.
What happened to you, man? You spilled all the milk there.
No, I ain't milk yet.
Oh, you ain't?
No. I ain't gonna milk neither. I tried it yesterday evening. Old woman made me milk, and by that then she went to town and left me holding the bag. I ain't gonna do it tonight. Mr. Foley, gosh, how you getting along?
Oh, fine. What in the world you got here? That's what you made a fast entrance.
Yeah, well, I had help. Would you be interested in buying a goat that ain't got but one horn? I got an old billy goat out there, and every time I go to feed or get in that lot, that booger slips up behind me and butts me. The old woman...
Like a goat.
Yeah, they'll do it. That will every time. The old woman said this morning, said, why don't you cure him, break him? Said, get a board and fill it full of nails, and when you see that goat coming, said, just hold that board back there and just let him butt it one time. That'll cure him.
Oh.
It might have worked, I guess, but I held it that blame thing the wrong way.
I was wondering where all that blood's coming from down outside.
Look at that. Stay and eat dinner with us.
I got to go clear my throat on pipe.
Well, be glad to have you eat with us.
Well, I'll see you a little later about dinner time.
I wish you would. Maybe we'd have something besides chitlins and collards. I'm tired of it. I'll tell you one thing, we won't have no eggs. Look at that. Been out gathering eggs. One. Look at it. Every nest has got an egg in it, but it's busted. All over the place. One egg, it ain't busted. I reckon this cold weather, just so cold that the hen just didn't want to hunker down and lay. They just stood up and shivered and dropped them. Say, by the way, if y'all are interested, if any of you that's interested in laying mash, I stumbled into something that's all right. It's a new one called Layer Bust. Boy, I mean, it'll get the job done. You can get it in any feed store. Just tell them you want some of that Layer Bust. I bet your rooster's got hold of some of that stuff right now. Barnett, you know one thing, farming ain't like it used to be. Nowadays, they got to where they tell you what to plant and how much of it and when you can gather it and what you can sell it for. They was one of them agriculture fellas come by here the other day. Barnett, he sure messed me up. He said that if I'd just put a record player out here in the barn and furnish music that the animals would really put. He said they'd really... hens would lay more eggs and the cows give more milk. Me like a fool fell for it. I went to town and got me a record player and just filled that thing full of good records and put it out there and turned that thing on the other night. And from that minute on, things started happening. Just about time we was eating supper, the old woman says, how many sweet taters did you sell that man this morning? I said, oh, about 100 pounds. And just about that time, Mr. Red Foley started singing 16 ton or something like that. And that old fool still thinks I'm holding out on her. And my nephew Rod, my nephew was spending the night with me, and just about time he got his clothes off, started to bed, Webb Pierce started singing, he's in the jailhouse now, and Rod went right out the window, and I ain't seen him. And I went out the next morning to feed, and I got a pet ram, old Buford, that I wouldn't take nothing for. He won a blue ribbon, and he was laying right out there by the corner of the barn, dead, brains budded out, committed suicide. I couldn't figure it out, and I got to looking at that thing, and what had happened, see, it was supposed to flip them records every time, and that thing had got stuck and played the same record over and over all night long. And Buford just couldn't take it. He just butted his little brains out. I went to see what record it was, and all night long, all he had heard was, there'll never be another you. I gotta go. I'll see you.
I'll guarantee you there'll never be another Uncle Sipe either. Well, we've had a lot of fun and foolishness, so now I'd like to call for something a little more on the serious side by our good friend Porter Wagoner. He's singing a number that all of us could afford to take to heart, titled Be Careful of Stones That You Throw.
A tongue and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you make no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw. A neighbor was passing my garden one day. She stopped and I knew right away that gossip, not flowers, she had on her mind. And this is what I heard my neighbor say. You know that girl that lives down the street, she ought to be run from our midst. She drinks and she talks quite a lot. She knows not to speak to my child or to me. My neighbor then smiled and I thought, a tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you make no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw. A car speeded by and the screaming of brakes, a sound that made my blood chill. My neighbor's one child had been pulled from the path and saved by a girl lying still. The child was unhurt and my neighbor cried out, oh, who was that brave girl so sweet? I covered the crushed, broken body and said, that's the bad girl that lives down the street. A tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you make no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw.
Well, that was Porter Wagoner. Beautiful song, Be Careful of the Stones You Throw. And now, as I promised you, I want you to hear from one of Hollywood's most famous personalities, a man who's, I imagine, created more beautiful stars than even the great Ziegfeld himself. Mr. Ern Westmore. I've already shaken your hand once.
Thank you, Red. Very sweet of you. And now for you ladies in the audience, I'm going to show you how to actually take 10 years off of your appearance with the most amazing makeup discovery of our age. So pay particular and close attention to what you're about to see.
Notice this woman's lovely features, her forehead, nose, and chin. But see those dark circles and crow's feet around her eyes, the lines in her forehead, the little marks and blemishes? But watch. Here she applies a great new makeup discovery. As she smooths this magic-like liquid on her face, see what is happening? The lines, the wrinkles, the dark circles, they're all disappearing. And in their place, we see a natural, lovely, satin-smooth complexion with a warm, soft glow. This liquid makeup is no ordinary makeup, because as it covers and hides those marks and blemishes, as it takes years off your appearance, it gives you a complexion that is lovely to look at and lovely to touch. Now she completes the steps in her Hollywood makeup. Here she's using an Ern Westmore eyebrow outline developed in Hollywood. She gets just the right length, curve, and arch. Yes, this eyebrow outline literally takes the guesswork out of eyebrow makeup. Now, here's the way to really make your eyes sparkle. With a professional eyebrow pencil, you apply a soft brown line at the base of your lashes on your upper lid. This makes your lashes appear so much fuller and longer. Now then, to do her lips, she uses one of the Ern Westmore outlines also developed in Hollywood. She uses a professional lip pencil to create the outline first. Then she fills it in with the shade of lipstick that's just right for her complexion. Now she applies liquid rouge in the exact place to complement her particular shape face. You know, rouge not only adds warmth to your appearance, but it actually helps to correct your features. Here's how Joel Wesley looked 1 minute ago. Now, isn't she an entirely different-looking person? Didn't we take 10 years off her appearance?
Yes, this demonstration proves conclusively that now you can remove years from your appearance with this amazing new cosmetic that wipes away lines, wrinkles, blemishes. And remember, your face doesn't age, it's your skin that actually grows old. And now from the laboratories of Charles Antell, the name that made lanolin famous, a new formula to add life and vitality to your complexion. It's Charles Antell Liquid Makeup with Super Lanolin. Here is one makeup that will last the entire day without retouching. It won't cake, flake, or streak. It won't harden into a mask. Your skin will look oh so young. Your complexion will glow. And best of all, Charles Antell Liquid Makeup, well, you'll be your own natural self. Yes, you'll face the world with a complexion even a Hollywood star would be proud of. Charles Antell Liquid Makeup is $5. Now, you might say that $5 is expensive, but I know that you spend that much, and certainly on one trip alone to a beauty shop. And when you remember what it did for Joel Wesley, took 10 years off of her appearance, believe me, it's not a question of affording it. You just can't afford to be without it. But because we want you to try this amazing makeup, listen to this special television offer. If you order through the Ozark Jubilee, you'll get everything that you saw Joel Wesley use, a complete Hollywood beauty kit worth $8.50, absolutely free. A set of my lip and eyebrow outlines with just the right ones for you. The professional lip and eyebrow pencils, the liquid rouge, the special formula lipstick, and my Hollywood glamour graph. Yes, that shows you how to apply makeup and style your hair. So that's an $8.50 beauty kit, a 6-month supply of liquid makeup, a $13.50 value for only $5. The price of your liquid makeup alone, that is if you order through this program. Now, ladies, I've done everything but come into your home and apply your makeup for you. Now it's up to you. And remember this, you're only trying, not buying, because Super Lanolin Liquid Makeup must do everything that we've shown you and promised you that it would do, or just return the bottle to Charles Antell for a full refund of your $5 purchase price. But keep the Hollywood Beauty Kit just for trying. So here's Joe Slattery to tell you how to order.
To get your Super Lanolin Liquid Makeup plus the 7 free gifts, write to Charles Antell, Post Office Box 601, Baltimore, Maryland. And you'll also receive absolutely free 5 Hollywood lip and eyebrow outlines, the liquid rouge, and Super Lanolin lipstick, the professional eyebrow and lip pencils, and the glamour graph. And when the postman delivers this $13.50 value, you pay only $5 plus the COD postage and tax. Now, be sure you specify the shade you want. Fair, medium, brunette, or suntan for deeply tanned skins. And your free gifts will be carefully selected to match your shade. But this is strictly a limited offer. You must act now. Write tonight to Charles Antell, Box 601, Baltimore, Maryland.
Thank you, Joe. And honestly, folks, this is an offer that I hope every lady who's a friend of our show will take advantage of. And that address, let me repeat it once more, is Box 601, Baltimore, Maryland. And now for a little square dancing. Here are the Jubilee Promenaders.
Honey, and promenade on us, so that's all there is, great. The more you promenade and get that you time and go promenade.
Man, that was a short one, wasn't it? Oh, boy, but they are the dancers folks in the Ozarks, almost anywhere else, for that matter. Mr. L.D. Keller, some of our favorite people. Let me see who we got coming. Oh, our wonderful little sister and brother team, Jim Edward and Maxine Brown. Little song called Lookin' Back to See. Give me a looking back to see.
I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. One Sunday afternoon as I was riding down the street, I met a cute little girl all dressed up so sweet, and the way that she was stacked, I wish I had a Cadillac. But who would notice me just to drive in this Model T? I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. Looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company. Oh, me, oh, gee, perhaps you'd notice me if I wasn't driving this Model T. So I was looking back to see if you were looking back to see if I was looking back to see if you were looking back at me. You were cute as you could be, standing looking back at me, and it was plain to see that I'd enjoy your company.
Red himself with the new and beautiful Croce de Oro, the Cross of Gold.
Red? Where am I, Joe? Right
Right
here?
over here.
Well, I tell you, we haven't got very much time. People give me a little introduction. You just cut me off if I run over here, gentlemen. You'll be gone when the dawn comes tomorrow. You'll be far, far away out at sea. So I give you this Croce de Oro. It will bring you home safely to me. Every hour we're apart will be sorrow. In the chapel a candle will burn. Take my love and this Croce de Oro. I will pray for you till you return. My darling, my darling, my darling. Do you see that star in the blue? Each night I will give it a message, and the star will give it to you till we meet in that far-off tomorrow. May the good Lord...
Tonight's Ozark Jubilee, presented by Charles Antell. To order Charles Antell liquid makeup and receive absolutely free the Hollywood Beauty Kit of 7 gifts, write to Charles Antell, Box 601, Baltimore, Maryland. This is ABC Television Network.